Hey guys, welcome to Going to Football. Here's our post-match review of Chelsea v Man United in the FA Cup 5th round. Well boys, what do you make of the game?
Enjoyable game actually.
Very,
yeah. As a neutral, I enjoyed it. You being a United fan, you must have loved it.
What did you say before the game? Chelsea was going to win?
Yeah, I did say that, to be fair.
To be fair, it was going to be a game where we didn't really know what was going to come out of it after that loss against PSG. Everyone was questioning.
Well, both teams had something to prove, didn't they? Chelsea obviously lost heavily at Man City, and Man United, they lost to PSG in the Champions League.
Yeah, so there's always going to be questions. Even myself as a United fan, you think, well, we've won 9 games in a row, and then the 10th game against PSG. So now,
if you're going to lose a game, though, it's a good game to lose. PSG.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're not European level. We're not quite there yet, but I think we're on the right track. Today's game was good. It wasn't the bestest game, but I think it was a tactical genius from Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about the attacking side. I think which we're good at. We've improved. But I just think, defensive wise, what I saw today was Chelsea can get through, could they?
Well, hardly gave Chelsea a sniff, especially in the second half, did they?
No. I would say, I wouldn't say Chelsea looked, in the first half, I wouldn't say they looked weak. I think they there were times when they were pressing, but again, Man United still kept control.
Yeah, I think the first half hour was pretty even. It's a really open game, I thought. Both teams were pretty fluid.
Yeah.
And both great chances. So it looked like it was going to be one of those sort of end-to-end matches throughout, really. But yeah, I think both teams come out on the front foot.
Especially the first 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, first 20 minutes, half hour, yeah.
I thought Chelsea was passing the ball around really quick, and you thought, maybe we've got a game in our hand, and I think we've just shut them off, really. I mean, sitting as a United fan, I mean, obviously you guys are neutral, but I just thought, sitting back there, I said it at the start of the game as well, I didn't think they were going to score, Chelsea. I just didn't see it coming. I kept criticising Higuain, didn't I?
I was just going to say, you didn't think Higuain would score?
I think Chelsea were playing well because they had Hazard on the ball a lot. When he plays well, Chelsea never play well, but we saw that in the second half when he didn't have a huge amount of the ball, they didn't create anything.
Yeah. I mean, Pedro had a little bit of a chance, didn't he? But other than that, it wasn't anything outstanding from Chelsea. But, Man United, tactically, they knew what they were doing. Jorginho, I think in the end, didn't give enough space, if you like, because it gave Pogba a chance to assist the first goal.
Before then, I mean, Jorginho was just off Juan Mata in central midfield, so Matt had a couple of yards of space, really. Can't give someone of his quality too much space. Played out wide to Pogba, as you say, Ryan. Fantastic ball to the back post. And Herrera nipped in behind Alonso with a good header to make it 1-0. And two players who've been under fire recently, Jorginho and Alonso, you have to say probably were both at fault again for the goal. Because Jorginho gave too much space to Mata, he was isolated, and Alonso weren't tracking the runner. He was ball watching, didn't watch Herrera behind him. Yeah. So, I mean, there's other players, obviously Chelsea involved, but two under fire. And they were involved for the wrong reasons.
It was a great ball by Pogba, wasn't it? The cross.
Yeah.
I think he's really come to life, isn't it, Pogba? Not just the scoring the goals and the assists, but his overall.
But defensively as well.
Yeah, defensively. I mean, I did ask before the game what tactics we were playing. Obviously, you then turn around when we're actually playing a diamond, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we defended well. The good thing is obviously we had Pogba kind of going to your left, covering, and then we had Herrera going to your right and sort of blocking off Hazard.
So supporting Ashley Young.
Yes, well, Ashley Young. It's really the main threat is Hazard, isn't it? Chelsea. I mean, Conte is good, but the main player is Hazard. And I don't think he got anything out of today, didn't he? Because we stopped him from playing.
No, the first half hour he was in the game.
Yeah.
And that's when Chelsea looked to threat. But once the first goal went in, he obviously tried his best. But United's midfield just nullified him, and defence as well. Got plenty of blocks in. They were tenacious in their tackle, aggressive with the ball in terms of their running and creating chances, and aggressive off the ball in terms of tackling and making interceptions and closing Chelsea down, not making it easy for them at all.
But hearing you say that, Bill, it's whether you like United or not, that's how United should be. And we're seeing, and I know we're going to talk a bit more about it in a minute, but that is kind of like the old United.
That's what Solskjaer's brought as well. This is, the results he's had is too much now for a flash in the pan. He's made an absolute difference. We've seen that in the attacking sense, we know that, but defensively he's made a real difference. I mean, Jose Mourinho is known as a defensive-minded coach. They didn't defend like this when he was in charge this season, especially in the games that, like Brighton away, for example, where they were so open, against a team in the bottom half.
Yeah.
Smalling and Lindelof, two defenders who didn't play great under Jose, they were outstanding tonight.
I agree, and I've got to say, and I don't want to distract too much, but Mourinho, I was in two minds thinking, was it the right time to get rid of him? I knew obviously they had to make a change, but you go to with a game like tonight and you see Solskjaer, a player like Pogba, etc. They need to express themselves. They need their own control and a bit of freedom, and he gives them that. He gives them that confidence and that hope, which Mourinho didn't. And it goes to show that they want to play for him.
Yeah. But they've got to play. Like I kept saying that from before Mourinho was there. I kept saying, you have to. There's an element of control which you need to have as the manager. You want things to be structured in a certain way, but then to actually look into your players and realise what have I got in front of me here. Allow them to express themselves. And Fergie used to do that with certain players of his. He was very strict, Fergie, but he realised some players needed a bit more freedom than others, perhaps, because some players you give them the freedom, they actually go and create chances and score goals. But others, where you could argue they need to be put in place in a certain place just to defend or perhaps intercept. And I think that you said, I'm surprised under Solskjaer. I'm surprised how well he's doing. It's almost like,
especially with defensive fashion, because he was a top quality striker. We knew he was going to let the handbrake off and let United play on the front foot, trying to score goals and outscore the opposition. The United way, but you're right. We saw this in the Tottenham away game, put the Arsenal game in the previous round of the cup, and we saw it tonight.
Completely shut them off, didn't they?
They're so structured in defence and in midfield. They know what their roles are. They also go forward. With Rashford, he's obviously lightning quick. They've got a real threat on the counter attack.
Yeah, that's. I think you're completely right, and I think that's the thing now with Solskjaer. He's got the structure, but he has got the freedom as well, and that's a great counterbalance, which is what you want.
Yeah, and I think it was a perfect away performance.
Absolutely, and like I say, I'm no United fan, but. In some ways it was a pleasure to watch. But I'm saying that because Lewis, if you're watching this video, he texted you saying pleasure to watch. And he's an Arsenal fan. But the thing is, it was good to watch United again, get back to the way. But it's one of those where, Solskjaer, I think he's proved now that I think he's the man for the job. And we'll talk a bit more about it in a sec, but 1-0 up, and then eventually, we come to the second goal for Man United.
Yeah.
What an incredible...
I did the chicken dance, didn't I?
You did.
For the second time tonight. But it was a short counter-attack by United. They went on the halfway line. Pogba played in Rashford, who was on the right-hand side. He just waited for Pogba to run into the area. It was like a Beckham-esque cross,
absolutely.
Wasn't it?
Took the words out of my mouth,
Said in commentary, and I beat you to saying it. But fantastic cross. Aim for the penalty spot, which is what you got to aim for, really, from a cross.
Good finish.
And a fantastic header. I mean, could Kepa have saved it? Possibly, but I think there was too much power on the header.
It was a good goal.
Don't have a good goal.
A beautiful cross.
It was game over.
And it was just before half time as well, so killer punch for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I kind of felt, now don't get me wrong, we're coming to the second half and Chelsea could come back, but I felt like it was game over then. I just felt United looked like they had the arrogance of that's it, and I think that's kind of what you as a United fan would like to see again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's almost like when I was watching the game, I said, "No, I don't think they'll score." Not because Chelsea are good; they've got a good team. I just felt like you said, we've got the arrogance, and we had the confidence to, yeah, you're not going past us, you're not going to score, and also the confidence enough that, it's not just defending, but when we do get a chance, we'll take it and we'll score, and it's exactly what's happened today. Because really, if you look at the facts, we didn't have that many chances, but the ones that we did have, we took them away.
Yeah, but it was still more threatening than Chelsea's chances.
Yeah.
Especially in the second half, because Chelsea had a lot of the ball but didn't create a huge amount with it.
We've talked about United a lot, but what's happening with Chelsea?
Well, I think tonight, if United scored first, they'd more than likely go on to win, especially after the heavy defeat away at Man City. So it's almost as if Chelsea had to score first tonight, especially going 2-0 down at half time. As you said, Ryan, a long way to go, really.
Well, I think with Chelsea, confidence are a little bit of a low at the moment. I think you could argue the manager seems to have lost the dressing room at the moment.
He's starting to lose the fans as well. They were booing his substitutions. It's the same subs all the time. Barkley for Kovacic. Do you know what I mean? It's the William for Pedro. Formation is the same. It's been the same since he started. 4-3-3.
You can't be too predictable anymore, can you?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to last long. It's a very bold statement. But when we do a Premier League review, I'm pretty confident Chelsea will be looking for a new manager at that point, or have a new manager then. But we shall see. He's still got time technically to turn it around. But will he get Chelsea into the top 4? I don't see it now.
Well, the way United are playing, I think they're looking the strongest for the top 4 at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go. So you've also got Arsenal. That's still. I know we're talking about the FA Cup today, but you've got Arsenal and Chelsea and us, obviously. But Chelsea top 4, was that good enough for Abramovich?
Well, it's the minimum.
It's bare minimum, isn't it? I think he'll be gone next, regardless of whether he qualifies for the top 4 or not. He'll be gone, and I just don't see him as being a good Chelsea manager. I thought Conte was. I don't know why they sacked him, but he was good. I know he had a sort of slow start last season. He didn't do as well, but I just thought he needed a bit of time.
Well, at the end of the day, whether he was perfect last season or not, he won the FA Cup and he won the league the year before. But this is Chelsea at the end of the day. This is the modern football. It's the way it is,
Yeah. Is it a case of football's changed now, where defensive coach it just doesn't work anymore?
I don't think you can say it doesn't work, but it's.
Yeah, with Sarri, it's nothing really, because they can't defend very well and they're not scoring a lot. So they're not actually doing anything at all. They didn't create the amount of times tonight, especially in the second half, where Higuain was on his own in the penalty box, surrounded by 4 or 5 United defenders. You ain't going to score, are you? They're going to cross the ball enough. Where's all the midfield runners? All the all three that play central are the same type of players. They haven't got anyone like Lampard or anyone like making those third man runs into the edge of the box or in the box. It's just incredibly. And the wingers aren't playing as well as they can, like Pedro, Willian.
I think there still is. Just to answer your question as well, I think there is still a call for a defensive mindset, as long as you get results. But then again, with the sort of the calibre you've got of teams now, you've got to attack. So it's a bit of both. But going into the second half, what did we think of United Chelsea?
I think just what we mentioned earlier. I think United looked a threat on the counter attack. They defended resolutely. Hardly gave Chelsea a sniff, but Chelsea didn't help themselves with their slow play and not putting numbers into the box.
Didn't know what to do in the end, did they? Just passed it.
Running out of ideas, lacking confidence, obviously being 2-0 down, heavy defeats recently, away at Bournemouth and away at City. Manager under pressure, the fans, I think they're turning against the manager, or already turned against the manager. Yeah, I think the writing's on the wall for him.
Yeah, and then there's not a lot we can say about the second half. I think you've summed it up there pretty much, Phil, to be honest. But yeah, Man United won 2-0.
And they've got Wolves away in the quarterfinals. That's going to be a very difficult game. Wolves, excellent this season. They're, they'll be the home side. That'll be a really tough ask for Solskjaer United.
I predicted that fixture, didn't I? Before it came out. But so, what I'd like to say on this video, really, we know Chelsea are out, United into the next round. Do you think United could win the FA Cup?
Possibly. I just think City are too much this season. They've got such a big squad. I mean, they're going all out for 4 trophies this year, which is well possible. I think it's either going to be between United or City, and you would like an old Manchester final, wouldn't you, Bill? I would like United to lose as well.
I think it'd be an epic final if them two got to the final. It'd be an epic final.
Yeah, it'd be very, very, very hard. City are just...
Yeah, it will be tough. But like I've said on loads of these videos, it's all on the day.
Yeah,
It is, especially where cups are concerned.
Yeah,
exactly. You could look at Wigan against City a few years ago. I know it's a different time, but
it was only last season.
Well, yeah, but even if you look at the final as well, a few years ago. Obviously, I know there was last season, but the actual final, you would never have predicted that, would you? And City were a strong team then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but then again, Wolves could beat United. Wolves are.
No. I think we've got a really good side.
I think we've got. I don't think there's any. For me, anyway, this is my opinion. I think from now on, I think we can, as long as we don't get. We'll get City at one point. Bear in mind if they win, because they've got a tough fix. They tend to. I mean, Swansea, they're a dark horse. You just never know, isn't it? You just never know what could happen at Swansea. But I think we've got a good chance to get to the final.
The way I look at it, okay, sometimes you can be lucky and the big teams get knocked out and you get an easier run. But generally speaking, you've got to play those teams at some point. If you want to be, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. But I think if City and United are going to go for it, that'd be an epic final.
Also, they've got to get through the quarters first.
Yeah, but then again, Swansea might beat City. Could be a shock.
Yeah, you never know.
Which is what I want, really.
Indeed. But no, thanks for coming on this video, though, mate.
No problem, mate.
It was good to have you on here.
Yeah, thanks.
Brilliant. Well, thanks again, people. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media. Thank you.
Thank you.